This is Bay Parkway.
Hello and welcome back to another Least Used Stations video. Today we will be taking a look at Bay Parkway, which is the least used station on the F line with an annual ridership number of 362,802 according to the MTA's 2019 ridership numbers. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get started. The Bay Parkway Station, located at the intersection of Bay Parkway and McDonald Avenue, is a 3-track elevated local station in the Midwood neighborhood of Brooklyn. The station is served by the F train at all times and the F Express train during rush hours in the peak direction. Other than the F train, the station can be reached by taking the B6 bus. The station is most definitely underused due to its close proximity to the Washington Cemetery, which surrounds the station on almost all sides. People would much rather walk to the nearby Avenue N and Avenue I stations instead of walking down the block of a cemetery to get to the station. Bay Parkway was opened on March 16, 1919 as 22nd Street Bay Parkway. It was constructed as a part of the BMT Cover Line, which stretches between the now J Street Metrotech and Coney Island Stillwell Avenue stations, which happens to be the F train's southern terminus. The line was built in 4 phases, and this station, Bay Parkway, was a part of the first phase, which saw the line constructed between the 9th Avenue station on the West End line, which is currently served by the D train, and the Kings Highway station on the F line. The elevated line originally went down 37th Street from 9th Avenue, connecting with the current-day Cover Line at the intersection of Cortelyou Road and McDonald Avenue. That part of the line that connected with the West End line was demolished. However, a short stub of the line can still be seen branching off of the Cover Line just north of the Ditmas Avenue station. Honestly, I think it would have been cool to see some F trains run off the Cover Line onto the West End and 4th Avenue lines and across the Manhattan Bridge, but unfortunately, that isn't possible anymore. From Kings Highway, the line was extended south to Avenue X a few months after its original opening, and then again to Coney Island the following year in 1920. Surprisingly, the connection to the rest of the present-day Cover Line at Church Avenue wasn't completed until 1954, even though it started construction 13 years earlier in 1941. This was due to the start of World War II, which saw America's need for metal and other materials skyrocket in an effort to create weapons to fight the enemies of the country. This situation is similar to the problem the IND faced when constructing the Fulton Street line, which I actually talked about in the Liberty Avenue Station video. Construction eventually restarted in 1946, however it was halted once again due to a lack of rolling stock to start the new IND service through to the Church Avenue line. I never knew that the construction of a ramp bringing 2 very close lines together could cause so much trouble. Following the completion of the connecting ramp, the D train was sent over the Cover Line as the first IND service to reach Coney Island. In 1967, however, with the opening of the Christie Street connection, D trains were rerouted over the Manhattan Bridge in the BMT Brighton line, and F trains were rerouted along the Cover Line to Coney Island. Ever since, the F train has remained the one service that runs via the full Cover Line. Recently, the MTA launched a new service along the F. named the F Express, which skipped multiple stations along the Culver Line. While not skipping any of the stations on the elevated portion between Ditmas Avenue and Coney Island, the service ran on the northern part of the line, running express from J Street to Church Avenue, only stopping at 7th Avenue. In my opinion, the F Express is a useful service for riders who time the two rush hour trains correctly. Otherwise, it doesn't make too much of a difference. I personally would reopen the lower level of Bergen Street and run the express down to Kings Highway, but I guess the MTA isn't too keen on that idea. Thanks for reaching the end of this video. If you enjoyed it and would like to see more, consider liking and subscribing. Happy rail fanning. Peace.
This is a Brooklyn-bound M local train. The next stop is Seneca Avenue.